This is a very quick video to show the amount of high airway traffic that there is at this time of the day. It's about 4:30, and this is when, for some reason, there is a lot of traffic. I believe this is when some of the foragers that were out start to come back, or they make their way, and I don't know if some of them leave and go, but I feel that maybe a lot of them just kind of come and stay around the hive. I don't really know, but all I know is that there's real traffic jams happening. It's important when there's a lot of traffic like that to try not to stand directly in front of the entrance, because their flight path is this way and then going up, like this. So you wouldn't want to stand in front. I mean, you can. If you're probably like 10 feet away, that's fine, but I wouldn't be too close. So I'm going to show you. This one is not too bad. It's a good amount of traffic coming in. I can see a lot of very bright yellow pollen coming in. I know that around the area here there's a lot of wildflowers still that are out, and as you can see, there's still some of the top entrance over there, and some of them are fanning, so they're probably just trying to get some airflow going. Reminds me, I need to modify these top entrances. The little notch on these ones is just about an inch, and I like mine to be a bit wider. These are some that I bought. I didn't make them myself like the others. This is the smaller nuke. This one has way less bees in it. It's a bit less traffic, and definitely nothing at the top. But this one here is the one that has a lot of traffic. I'm gonna get that one. As you can tell, that's a lot of bees trying to get in, coming in and going out. A lot of traffic. Same thing at the entrance. I don't know why they really prefer the top entrance. So it's bottom board is landing board is not too crowded, and they really like that top entrance. I think I mentioned it before, so I'll mention it again in case you wonder why is there 3 boxes. So the way I run my hives is that the first one is the primary brood nest. This is where the queen will lay most of her eggs and where she will stay. I add another one on top, so actually to have 2 brood boxes, and these boxes, the only purpose of it is for the queen to go in there and lay some eggs, and this queen here is doing super good. And so between these 2 boxes, she has 20 frames. There's probably 4 to 6 of them in each box that are honey, because the bees will store honey in these boxes as well. So this is primarily where the bee colony is. So whatever is in there in terms of honey, it's for them. I'm not going to harvest any of it. The box on the top is a bit smaller. It has some smaller frames, and this is a honey box, or a honey super as we call. The reason why it's smaller and has smaller frames is because it's easier for the beekeeper to handle the honey. I made the mistake last year to use these taller boxes for honey, and if they're full, 10 frames full of honey, it gets very heavy. It can be like 120 pounds, like it's super heavy. A bit harder to manage. So this year I'm using only the small honey supers. And then what I do, I monitor how they're filling the frames, and then we'll add more of these boxes on top. you know, and that's why you'll see sometimes they'll be stacked up, you know, 6-7 boxes until we're ready to harvest the honey. So that's how I run them. And different beekeepers have different ways to do it. Some people will just remove frames as they're full and replace them with other frames. I like to keep some in there to keep it on the hive until it's ready to harvest, because then the bees keep the honey at a bit of a warmer temperature, and when it comes to harvest the honey, it's a bit easier for it to come off the frame. I have to show my experiment hive here. I'm just gonna try to get up here without getting into traffic. I have some videos coming up soon about this one. This is a hive that's in trouble. This hive used to have a queen that was only laying boys. She was only making drones, so I had to get rid of her and dispatch her. And what we've done, I've moved a frame of eggs from that colony and put it into this one. And what happened, and I did that after I killed their queen. Then the bees would notice that, oh my god, we don't have a queen. And my objective is for them to use the good eggs from that hive to raise new queens that will be fertile and be able to lay normal worker bees, you know. So I have a video coming up soon. I just need to edit it. I actually have lots of videos coming up, but for now, yeah, I had a look at it about 4 days ago, and I have about 5 or 6 juicy queen cells in there that are capped. So it worked. They're making a queen. I'm just hoping that the queen that will emerge will be a good queen, and that's just going to be she's going to be able to leave the hive, get fertilized by drones, probably from some of these colonies, come back in and start laying. So I have a number of videos on how I came about finding that she was not laying properly, and everything I've done until the point where I had to kill her, and also showing you the queen cells. So I really have to get into editing. So that's it, just a little sneak preview on how the bees are doing. I know some people have been asking me. So this is a very small colony, and without a proper queen that cannot lay worker bees, it means that at some point this colony would only have boys or drones, and it would collapse. No, there's no way that a colony can survive with only drones. You need, usually in a healthy colony, 20% of the bees will be males and 80% will be female worker bees. So that's it. Actually, yeah, this is going to be interesting if it turns out. And there's only one box on it because it's actually a very small colony, you know, and it's, but, you know, if it can be successful in making a queen, it might be able to get going and get a higher number and start collecting, you know, honey and be in good shape for the winter. And if they don't, well, it's going to be too bad, but I prefer to try to save it than just getting rid of it altogether, which is what some beekeepers have suggested I do. All right, so that's how the bee yard looks like so far. I still have a spot there and a spot there for 2 more. It's possible that this colony, because it's so strong, that I might actually do a split and split into 2 different colonies. But I'm still deciding if I'm going to do that or not. So I hope you enjoyed this update. If you're not following my YouTube channel yet, I encourage you to do so. This is where I'm going to post all my bee videos. And I'm really trying to get moving on that. So that's it. Until next time. Thanks for watching.